Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Code and Coffee. Okay. So what are we gonna do? So last week was really fun, like especially the end of last week where we worked on the Halloween project, and that was just super nice, like just to see how much could be done in like a short amount of time. Like I basically built a whole store UI app. A whole store UI in like 3.5 hours with Swift UI, which I think is crazy. Of course, there's some stuff that could have been a little bit better in it, but overall, I think that's super awesome. If you missed that, then go ahead. The replays are available in the Twitch channel. If you just want to like watch a quick if you just want to watch something quick about it, you can check out the YouTube channel by putting in !YouTube. Oh, did it not make it in here? Okay, that's fine. We'll figure this out. Boom. !YouTube, and like that would get you a link to the YouTube channel inside here. Inside the Twitch chat, and like feel free, go check it out. There's a 20-minute long version where it's just all 3.5 hours, just really like fast. On top of that, there is you can go to like I said, the replays of both streams are available here. If after 2 weeks you really want them back, and your Twitch is actually synced and you become a Twitch subscriber, and it's synced to your Discord, you can get access to a link to the full thing in 2 weeks in the Discord. Cool. All right, so what are we gonna do now? I said there's a new iOS app. You probably clicked here because of that new iOS app. It says Code Coffee new app. We're gonna build. I started this like a couple months ago, I think, probably at the beginning of the year, maybe even at the end of last year. And it's called MyWheels. It's supposed to be like an auto maintenance tracking app. I got a lot of work on it, and then I kind of just stopped working on it. I want to start building it again. I started getting too much in my head. I really need to plan it out a bit more. Like I said, I did start building it, but basically we're going to start from scratch, though. We're not going to worry about that new thing, about anything that was old in it, basically. There's a couple of reasons. My first reason is I want to start from, my first and main reason is because it's been so long, I have no idea what was being planned there. Like, I could go back through the code, but that's going to take a lot of work to go back through the code. So I figured I might as well just start over. And that's what we're probably going to do. So let's go ahead and actually head into Discord, let's actually, before we even open Xcode, let's head into GitHub first. And I'm actually going to hide my GitHub real quick, purely because, like I said, I have work things on it. Here's my profile. Should be that one. There we go. Well, and actually I need to add something to my stream deck, so 1 second. You can see what I'm doing real quick. That's the finish button, but what I really want to add is another scene. I don't need to go live. Where'd it go? Run scene. There it is. And this should be end. Cool. All right. That's what I needed. All right. So inside GitHub, I have this repo for lots of things, actually. Autotracker, iOS. So this is actually like where it was before. So what we'll do is, and apparently had two, excuse me. Now, did I have it inside Finder already? Because what I'll basically do is I think I'm just going to go into Finder and just delete that. You know, like just empty out the repo. Well, there's nothing even in Autotracker. That's cool. Oh, because it's probably all here. Okay, so this is the main. I was playing around with databases and all that fun stuff at one point in time, which is always fun. I realize my face is cut off really badly. There we go. All right, so like I said, where do I just not have it down? I might not even have it downloaded, to be honest, like, which is fine. Oh man, that was also an old app. There's so many like half apps that I have that I think are just crazy. Okay, so that is actually a why is that in developer? Interesting. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and delete that. I don't need that. Definitely don't need that. Don't need that anymore. Testing. Oh, how to do tests. That's neat. Okay. I should just start actually like putting these out correctly. All right, so this is at least cleaned up a little bit. I don't actually, nothing's inside that database is cool. I don't need that. It should, oh, let's put that back. I don't actually know if that's on GitHub, updated on GitHub. Sorry, this is a lot of like file management because I want to make sure I'm not like putting this anywhere first, which I don't think I will. So great. We can just pull this down. I'm just going to keep in this same repo here. So we'll just copy. Actually, I don't even think we need to do that. Let's just open Kraken so that we can get Kraken on some work here. I don't actually even have a true plan, to be honest. That might be something that I need to do at some point. I know that people need, I know that there's a car, like there's a vehicle. Yeah. That's probably what happened. Okay, so we'll just go here, clone from github.com. And it's gonna go in here to Autotracker, right? That's what it was. Cool. And like I said, this isn't gonna be like, okay, so actually I didn't say this. This is not gonna be an open source app. I don't really mind working on it, but it's actually not gonna be open source at all. Oh, hello. Welcome. Yay! I stopped by and dropped you a pun. This is the high quality content I subscribed for. Oh. Hey, Dustin. You know what? It definitely is. It doesn't need to be. Let's make them green now. Why not? Let's make comments green. There we go. Thank you. I'm so glad this is the high quality content you subscribe for. Okay, so did it not clone? Open a repo? Open a repo. How's it going, Destin? What is up? Cool. Weird. All right. So apparently inside my main branch, let's just open the app. Maybe I do just want to keep building from the app instead of like the new app. Xcode. Open a project file. And let's go into developer and Autotracker, and there's my project file. Like I said, maybe there is something that I want to use. All right, we're gonna start working on this again. I think the issue was I was using Firebase in this, and I don't necessarily think Firebase is like the best to use for this. I started thinking about it because it really needs to be really relational. Like it's actually a relational database that I'm using. Because like, even though you have users, the only thing unique that doesn't like, that doesn't connect to each other are different users necessarily. I think what I'm going to use to connect everything together is actually that like vehicle, and the vehicle can just have multiple owners, on this. So Justin, you're good. You just finished a workout. Ooh, congrats on your workout. That actually deserves a round of applause. I need to start doing that more. And you're about to prep for work. Nice. What a good start to Monday. I'm doing all right. Just trying to wake up more, trying to figure out this project a bit. Just had a decent Halloween, so it was fun. I just watched movies and all that fun stuff. And we'll require iOS 15 because that's what's out now, so that's fine. It only needs to be compatible with 13.0 and further. All right. Yeah, so I don't know if if the SDK, if Firebase is necessarily the best database. Like I said, there's a lot that goes into Firebase that I just don't think. I don't know. I don't think it needs, because like, good for you. Definitely close those rings. I just got, like, I've been so not moving enough lately. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous how much I have not been moving lately. I need to move more. That is podcasts. Autotracker. Okay, yeah, so I was thinking about, obviously this is not right whatsoever right now. Because I wouldn't show that all. So basically, we have a user, then you have a vehicle, make, model, year, bid, mileage, license plate, nickname, color, archived, you know, keep it archived, and maintenance records, fuel type, which I might actually just get rid of, to be honest. Like, there's no reason. Picture if you wanted, and then a user ID. Okay, so, and then we have these energy fill ups, like if you wanted to record like every time you had gas, and then a maintenance record. Let's just fill these out real quick. And this should actually be users, because it should be an array of user ID. That's what the type should be. Yeah, level, name. I don't really care. Sure. We'll do related users. And then archived. So I was just thinking with archive though, so I was just thinking with archive, like what would happen is if a user wanted to delete their profile, then they can, and it would go into an archive state. And then let's say after 1 month, they don't ask to come back. Like, they can always contact support and be like, hey, or try to log in or whatever. And then after 1 month, it would be permanently deleted. Permanently deleted. That way, you know, in case you accidentally hit delete or something like that, like, it's still there. You still have all your data. I actually got this idea from like from one of the development podcasts I was listening to, and I just thought it was a really neat idea to do that. Is the app for gas only? Electric cars, which is why it says energy. Also, it's not. Oh, you can't see. Ha. Why would I let you see what I'm doing? So it's for electric cars too. That's why it's like energy fill-ups as well. That way it just works with both. That way you can just call it whatever you want. I'm sure this needs to be updated. Everything's updating. Still, that's fine. Yeah, so the plan is it can be used for electric cars. And originally, whenever I made this, the plan was it could be used for, the plan was it could also be used like if you wanted to like just track, like let's say you don't have a car and you wanted to like track your bicycle mileage or whatever, like you could also do that. Which is why I'm like, I don't think the VIN should be required, to be honest. Like I know that made it easier for me to find the make and model based on like your VIN. But depending on what exactly it is, you might not need it. So ID, UUID. Let's just say, so ID, UUID, name, description. What else goes into a maintenance record? String, date, maintenance date. And a lot of this is like corresponding to the same thing. Location. I was actually going to make a location database last night. I was thinking about it. Locations. Yeah, it is cool. I mean, electric's where everything's going, so I figured that'd be neat to have in there. ID, name, address would make sense. I should probably just put these all in the same database. Data type, and that should just be one select rather than multiples. String. That should be it, I think. For now. Attachments. So this is actually going to be an array of UUIDs. In case you want multiple attachments, they still have to be stored separately. So it should be an array of UUIDs, and there should be a new table. Attachment table, basically. Which is also ID, URL. So yeah, ID, URL. That should be all that's needed. No, and then we need the I feel like I need like an ID that says what's it's attached to. That way it goes. Well, so like an attachment can go to a maintenance record. It can also belong to a vehicle. So this should actually be, instead of URL, it'll be an attachment UUID. Or attachment ID, I should say. And then in theory, like a user would have a profile picture. Hey, Monsieur, what's up? How's it going? Attachment ID here. And then also, instead of let's be specific here. So instead of an array of UUIDs, okie doke, sounds good, Destin. It would be an array of attachment IDs. Just kind of planning some new apps here. Planning out MyWheels a little bit better again. Attachment ID. Busy Monday morning. Ooh, I strongly dislike busy Monday mornings, but I totally get it. They have to happen sometimes. Oh, cool. All right, the wife has made it to work. All is good there. all that's really required is the year. We'll also make a nickname required. Sure. Energy fill up. So this would be an ID, name, amount, type. So like if it's gas or not, I would assume. All right, I think that's enough to keep going. We can start from there. Okay, so what is all this? Can we just update? Like, I don't even know why it's being upset. Let's first find out. And like, if this is really going to be an issue, like, I am totally fine. Like, just saying, great, I can't use Firebase. Like, I think that's the case, is we're not going to use Firebase, which sucks because it's like a lot of what the stuff went in, like what I'm using for sign-ins and all that fun stuff. You know what? We are actually gonna just, like I said, nuke it and start over. So where is Finder? Let's just make this be my primary display. That's fine. And under developer, yeah, we're just gonna nuke it and start over. I feel like that's the best idea here. I have no other reasons besides like I don't want to have to deal with Firebase again. And like I said, I don't even think that it's a proper, I don't think that Firebase is a proper I don't think that Firebase is a proper database to use for this because it is all relational and it's not a non-relational database. I didn't want that. Create a new Xcode project. App. Next. Autotracker. Do I want to try to use core? So I guess here's the point that I need to actually figure out is do I want to like try to start making this like multi-platform? Because at first I was thinking this could be a multi-platform app. With it being multi-platform though, I have to take into a lot more consideration. Like I can't just use core data or cloudkit to back everything up. But if I could use core data and cloudkit, that would be a lot better, I think. And then cloudkit doesn't really like hit me necessarily. It's more of a, I think it would hit more of the user, but then why would the user be paying for it? I would like for this to actually be more of a money. I would like to actually make some money off of this, like some kind of reoccurring revenue at first, like even if it was just $100, it'd be great. That's cool, dude. I don't want to be big and famous. I want to just live my life. So let's just delete that. I will become big and famous on my own. So let's actually look up some alternative databases real quick to iOS. I mean, or I could start out being only. Okay, so I could start out being only iOS, focus on using iOS correctly, like CloudKit, all that fun stuff. Then yeah, I could focus on that and then add in extra later, but why do I not like that idea? So I don't necessarily like that idea because I don't think it'll be as easy to collaborate or to have to allow different users to access different different vehicles. Now, granted, I don't know how soon that feature is going to come, because I feel like as an MVP, like, we should probably define what is actually the MVP of this app first. This is all wrong. And we're not gonna, I don't think this is gonna be right either for a while. Like, I don't want to focus on that part. I would at some point, I think it makes sense to try to focus on that, but I think right now it's just not a thing that I necessarily want to do. It's like, it's a lot to figure out. All right, so like, let's define what an MVP would be for this app. Because I think that's probably the most important part here, is that there should be an MVP on this. So like, actually, I'm gonna even delete that here, and we'll just make it the own page. So MVP. So what needs to be inside the MVP? A user should be able to, if I'm not gonna make it like, okay, so we need to introduce account. So a user should be able to log in, should be able to create an account. A user should be able to log in to the account. A user should be able to log out of the account. A user should be able to delete their account. All right, so that's just like dealing with accounts. This is what a user should be able to do with an account. A user should be able to update their profile name. This is a lot, but I think this makes sense to list it all out. Should be able to also update their email. A user should be able to delete, should be able to update password. I mean, I feel like these three probably aren't needed. So like, I feel like I don't need to support, I feel like I don't need to support email and password login at this point. I feel like probably just like using some kind of other authentication. So like either Google, gross, Facebook, Twitter, sign in with Apple should probably be enough, maybe. I mean, I guess MVP could just, oh, you have to have an email associated with it, because that's how I'm imagining people being able. All right, we'll keep that. People can create an account via email, sign in with Apple. Via email, sign in with Apple. Let's do Google. And why not GitHub? I think they offer ways to sign in with GitHub. I like the idea. Log into the account, log out of the account, delete the account. And this might be actually very, very like advantageous, like for an MVP, but I feel like that's what they should do. Okay, so with the vehicle though, a user should be able to add a vehicle, change the mileage, add a record, a maintenance record, add a fill up, Create account. Log in. Log out. Delete. Update. 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 Request. Okay, so we have add a vehicle, change the mileage, add a maintenance record, add a fill up. What else should people be able to do with their vehicles? Delete a record. Add a picture. And that's part of add a vehicle. Delete it. Add a picture. I feel like this is very advantageous, like MVP. I really feel like I should probably get the scope a little bit further down first. So you know what? You can't update let's just say you can't do these things for now. I feel like request a new password should be fine, or request a new password. And change it, I guess, at that point. So I guess it's part of the two. Log in, log out. I feel like that's fine. Then a user should be able to add a vehicle, delete it, add a picture, change, add a maintenance record, delete a maintenance record. I can't spell, so I'm really sorry. Delete a fill up. And I think that edit a maintenance record makes sense. And then editing here makes sense. Edit a fill up. I think this would make a great MVP. This is how we get started. And it would just go from, and it would just need to dwindle from there. I don't think we need much. I don't think the app needs to do much more than this right now. Couple reasons. Number one, I want to keep it in, I want to be able to actually do it and get it out and shipped, you know, keep it in scope. Number two, if it's too big, I won't do it. I'll get bored halfway through. So I think keeping an idea of what the goal is actually really good. So apparently I was already planning, how do we make this a, like how, so like all the features are unlocked, but how are they unlocked? Well, all the features just happen. And then there's a free light pro plan, that I would imagine just gets charged every month, I think. Is probably what I was planning. Yeah. So every month, it just depends on how many vehicles you want to track. I'm gonna do the lame thing and actually do this. One, you get one vehicle for free. You get a light vehicle for 2 pro. Yeah, free light pro. Here they are. $2 a month gets you 2 cars. We'll just do 4. I think, well, we'll stick with 2. I need to look into what I'm actually using for storage at that point. And I don't even know if this is right to subscribe like my tiers on. I feel like I actually need to figure out a lot more with the app and make it functional first. And at some point it'll be able to be right. All right. So I think this is great, but the first thing I need to do is actually figure out what kind of database I want in the back end. I really was thinking like PostgreSQL for iOS app. I was thinking like PostgreSQL would be like a really good way to do this. Does DigitalOcean host DigitalOcean will host a Postgres server for me? Manage databases. I already have a DigitalOcean account, so this would be great. I also have a Linode account. I wonder if Linode would do it too. Probably. I'm sure all these do it. Launch a PostgreSQL cluster with just a few clicks. Never worry about updates. Highly scalable, free backups. Okay, so pricing. That is really the important part, is pricing here. That's why Firebase was actually like pretty nice, because it gave me a good free tier to play with. I mean, in theory, like, what was I looking at prices on? If people signed up, I would need at least times 0.3. So I really only have like $1 to play with. So I would need 15 people a month to actually pay for a starting Postgres server, which isn't terrible. It's just not. Okay. Let's look up managed Postgres server. So basically now I'm just trying to figure out what my database actually is. I guess it shouldn't really be called Coffee and Code, but it'll be okay. Okay, so Azure has one, which I think is even more. Fully managed database as a service. Heroku. Let's see how Heroku works. Okay. Scale on demand, peaks and valleys. Do more with your data. Postgres in action. I don't know why. Like, if I'm focused on Safari, why don't I just switch where you can actually see just Safari? Continuous protection, straightforward rollback, automated health checks. Okay. View plans. That's what I wanted. See. Okay, so data. I mean, I like using stuff that I know of. Like, I know of Heroku, so I feel like that would be good to use. Database. I mean, DigitalOcean I also know of. Linode I know of. I've never touched Amazon Web Services, so that's why I'm kind of staying away from them a little bit. But I wonder if it would make sense at some point. Because I think they usually have the idea. I think they usually have the cheapest because it's Amazon. Sorry. Okay. So how much is it though? It starts at $0, but what is the pricing for it? Okay. Estimate how much it would cost. Okay, so that's business-focused apps such as customer-facing or internal, non-commercial apps such as proof of concepts, MVPs. Runs your app in a lightweight. See, I don't need to do that. Heroku Postgres. So this would be $50 and up. You get one down. It's 1 hour. Prorated to the second. Okay, so hold on. Let's see the hobby dev, because I think... Or hobby... Okay. So the basic... So this would give me 10,000 rows. Okay, it's 10 million. Not available. Aha. Okay, so I would need storage at some point, but... Okay, and then once I started going up higher... So, like, if I edged out of the plan, I'd probably get to the standard 0 with 64 gigabytes of storage, which I don't think would be an issue necessarily. Okay. That's an idea. Where is the rest of your pricing? GitHub, DigitalOcean. Okay, but let's just go to DigitalOcean. I already actually have an account, so I don't think I would even sign it. Like, do any of that? Pricing. Manage databases. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so this would... It's on par, so 25 gigabytes of the disk for $50 a month. I mean, I feel like I'm probably thinking too far ahead of this because if I... Yeah, I feel like I'm just heading too far ahead of this, like, to be honest. Like, it's just way too far. I don't think I need that. All right. I think we'll probably do Heroku. We'll do like a combo of Heroku and then a DigitalOcean, probably like drop DigitalOcean space to actually store like the content, store the like images and such. So let's do database. Let's just get rid of that. Yeah, so Heroku will have the database. I still need to handle auth, but so Heroku will have the database. DigitalOcean Spaces, I think it's what it's called. Products, it is called a Spaces. That's what I wanted. Because this is relatively cheap for Spaces. Let me sign in. So I really hope this is useful to everyone as I'm trying to figure out how to build. I think on Friday we'll probably start building. I just really need to get this all into it. Yeah, so I have Spaces already, actually. Like, I have this one. And I think it's really not costing me anything. I think it's what? Yeah, so it's just, I think it's actually barely costing me any. It's costing me about $5 a month, which is fine. Like, it's great. It works really well. I think it's like $5 a month. I could be wrong, but anyway. And that just is all access through the Spaces. And then I have it all. So basically, it's just stored inside images, thumbnails. So basically, I would probably just have each image, each vehicle, I guess, in its own, or user in its own bucket, or it could just honestly be whatever it is, and the URL is fine. Great. Yeah, let's add this. DigitalOcean Spaces for attachments. Heroku will have the database. DigitalOcean Spaces for attachments. We could even add in a free light into features here. The pro plan, honestly, like, I feel like as you're paying more, you could actually even get more out of here. So like, let's say videos. So like, this would be a neat feature to have, like, to be able to add videos, like pro plan. Cool. We'll just say iOS for now. But what could happen out of the video is, like, you could have like an issue tracker. Like, if you have an ongoing like issue with your car or your vehicle, not that I've ever had to deal with this, and you want to document it all, you could actually have like an issue tracker inside it. Oh man, does that sound so developer-y? Obviously we want it to be associated for everything. Web. And I feel like if you're gonna add videos, you have to pay more. Paying more means you can get more space, that kind of stuff. So I think that makes sense. All right, so we're gonna do that. Let's sign up. I don't think I actually have a Heroku account. I might, so this would not be surprising if I did, but roll. Sure. United States. Sorry, a user with that email already exists. Okay, well, that's cool. I'm not surprised at all. Okay, that's fine. Hold on. It wants me to do this. I use 1Password for these things. It makes it easy. Account, search, Heroku, that one. Edit, one time. Cool. Done. And the verification code is... Great. So real quick, I love that on the Stream Deck, I actually have, so like on the stream, so what Ecamm does for the Stream Deck is it actually pipes in like thumbnails of what the scenes would look like. And it makes it really easy. No, I'm not in Italy, except that. That's, all of these, so old. Apparently I used to do this. That's cool. You have 4 personal apps that are using, that's fine. Can I just delete the apps? Settings. Delete the app. Apparently I was building a weather app at some point. Can I just upgrade the stack? Sure. I mean, I'll just delete it actually. It's fine. I don't even remember what I was doing here. I was building some kind of API. Why? I don't know. No, I know. I have so many extra projects that I like to do that it just doesn't work. Settings, do work screen control. That was probably gonna be a fun one. Delete app. All right, cool. Let's create. So the only downside is they don't actually technically support Swift, which is fine. I don't have a pipeline. Create app. Yeah, I didn't think about this. Deploy using the git command line or GUI. Connect to GitHub. Authorize. Confirm. Okay. New. Private. Okay, so now we can say MyWheels. Backend? Yeah, connect those. There should be nothing in there, but to account or the account used doesn't have access. Try disconnecting the repo above and then reconnecting it. Probably just because it's anyway. I guess I need a backend I need to put it there, but I really just wanted to. I did not know this was owned by Salesforce. That's interesting. Add-ons? Nope. There's nothing to deploy. I get started? View docs. All right. All right, so is a managed SQL server, SQL database service provided directly by Heroku. You can access a Heroku Postgres database from any language with a PostgreSQL start driver, including all languages officially supported by Heroku. Great. And then if I wanted to, I mean, I can just use either Node or Python instead of JavaScript, instead of Swift, which would be fine. Sorry that there's not much code on this coffee and code. We're just trying to get the thing set up correctly. Get the app ready to go. Which means we can probably actually quit this for now. In addition to a variety of management commands available. Okay, so before you provision, confirm that it isn't already installed in your app. Okay, so I should probably actually have this down like using. So let's go here. Stage all. Starting over again. Push. Open now. Initialize. Cool. Let's push that, I guess. Submit. I didn't want this to, can I rename it? Main. Can we rename this too? Right click? Probably not. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Just push it. It's fine. All right. So we have that. So I probably want to create a Node server so that it can run. File, new window. Let's open. Developer. New, let's say coffee and code. Node.js app. Node.js and PostgreSQL. I'm probably, like I said, jumping the gun on a lot of this stuff, but it's fine. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna be cool. That's what I want to open. Open. Let's install the Heroku CLI first. iTerm. Where did iTerm go? There it is. And while that's happening, let's go do the change my browser. Default into Firefox. All right, so we're gonna do this in Node. Since I'm using since I'm using Heroku as my server, I want this to be using a I want this to be using a, what am I going to say here? I want this to be using a first class platform. So like whatever it actually supports, like I want to use it. So we can see here inside Heroku, it supports, just hide that screen share. Oh, I don't want to hide that screen share at the top. That's fine. We'll just focus on something else. Sure. I want it to focus on I want to use whatever is supported, so we can use any of these options. So I want to use whatever platform is actually supported by itself, and I think Node would probably be the best. This tutorial will help you set up, will have you deploy Node in a hot sec. Great. We are setting it up. Let's make sure that this is right. So Node -- version. Great. And then let's make sure that npm -- version is right as well, which cool. It's installing. Oh, it has a lot that's already gets it started, which is fine. I just like, all right, so we have this done. So to use the Heroku's autocomplete, be sure component is auto loaded, which I should be. Let's see what happens if I just type it. Great. Add the autocomplete environment variable to your ZSH profile. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure I don't need to necessarily, but let's make sure that I actually have the rest of this here. So Heroku -- version. Cool. Why is that using an older version of Node though? Okay, whatever. I'll take it, I guess. Staying up to date. All right, so let's, I think we can get started with this next one. So it is recommended that you complete the provided sample material thing. Okay, let's do the sample tutorial just because like I don't deploy the app. Okay. This causes a delay of a few seconds for the first request as it wakes up. Scaling the Heroku is equivalent to changing the number of dynos that are running. Declare app dependencies. Run the app locally. We can push the local changes. Start a console to feel how dynamic. I should actually probably be reading these, but we're just gonna keep going. Okay. So it looks like that would. This actually walks me through how to do it, which is kind of neat. Cool. All right, so let's see here. All right, so let's just. I really didn't want to start from scratch. Let's see. Well, there's not even an npm package.json. That's what I was looking for. All right, let's let's actually here npm init. This utility will walk you through. Great. Package name. Oh, that's cool. MyWheels. Anyway, I should probably just call it the same as my repo. 0.0.1 backend server and database for MyWheels app. Entry point. Let's sure. Node test.js if we have tests. Yeah. I don't have a license, but yeah, that all is fine. I forget. I am trying to learn Vim because why not? Cool. And then so how do we add, well, Node should already be added, which is great. So we need to install Express. Don't save. And let's add a .get ignore. Node modules. We will definitely want to be in there. Okay. Because we don't need that. Let me make sure there's nothing else that we don't need in here. I wonder what the Docker file's for. We'll find out. Okay, so that's, I mean, I like having the get ignore file in there. And get ignore for sure. And is there... All right, so let's start getting this in here. Oh no. We definitely need an index.js because we said that's where things would start. So I for insert express equals require express const path equal will require the path, I guess. What port do we want it to be on? This is actually super useful for me as well because I don't usually do backend development. So being able to do this is actually helping, like having to recreate what this is like really helps. So basically it's saying, where do we want to get the express files from? Express.static. This is why we need the path. Directory name. Public. Set. I don't really have a views yet, but path join underscore directory name. Don't worry, we're not gonna have to type everything out because I think at some point I'm just gonna be like, no, we just need to do it. Okay, so then this get request is gonna get this get is gonna get the slash request and results arrow function. And then finally we get to listen on port. It needs to be a template literal. Oh no, I hit the wrong button. There we go. Listening on bling brackets port brackets. Yeah. Okay. So basically we're gonna say we're gonna use this path to public. We're gonna set the views directory, set the view engine, which we probably need that EJS because I don't have that. Then it's gonna request from the pages index. I am trying to, if you just joined, I'm trying to set up a Heroku server because I am going to be starting a new app and I need a database for it, and I don't want to use Firebase, and I don't want to use Firebase or like any of these like non-relational databases. So that's what we're doing here. We're trying to get this set up correctly. Going through like the Node.js project that Heroku has online. Let's go ahead and just add this dependency right here into package.json. Where is the dependencies? There it is. Whoops. Okay. What is that? I don't know what GOT is. Thanks to you for sponsoring. Oh, it's like some kind of a human-friendly, powerful HTTP request library for Node.js. Oh, so it's another way to to request JSON data. Okay, that's cool, I guess. And what's tape? I'm actually taking the time to try to understand this instead of just like bang it out. Like I would like to actually understand exactly what's going on with it. Okay, so tape is for testing. That's cool. right? That's how you install dev dependencies. Dash include equals dev. Nope, that's not what I wanted there. We'll just do this. It'll be fine. And we'll just run npm install. What's wrong with it? It's upset. Oh, because npm files don't like, okay. Cool. Now if I do this, I think we should be fine. I did not want to do that. Okay. Actually I'm gonna delete those completely and we'll just do this npm install. There we go. All right, so now we know we have the right things. We have the right dependencies to run this. So code. I'm actually gonna go ahead and just, can I just download instead of having to clone it? Download the zip file. Open, please do. Package.json we already have. The proc file's useful for Heroku. README. Your app should now be running. So let's go ahead. Nah, I don't need the README. Add the tests and the views, and I would imagine. Wait, no, back. Let's, this is wrong. Delete, remove folder from workspace. I want to copy folder. All right, so the README says what I should be doing to run it locally is npm install, which we just did, and then let's do an npm start. No, everything is wrong. I probably did something. My package.json probably doesn't match correctly. Let's try it first. cd developer slash here. Where are we gonna go? We're gonna do developer slash something. I forgot. Well, you can just close that. Now if I do run it over here, it's fine. Developer slash MyWheels dash backend. There we go. So now we'll run, we have to adjust this because I'm missing something in here. Script start. I don't have a start. Oh, it's time to stand up, which means I have to go soon. Node index.js. So now I can do this, right? And I do whatever. I really need to learn more of the commands of Vim, but that's fine. And then in here, EJS not defined. Why? What did I not do right now? Oh, I don't have an env file probably. No, Yeah, that's probably not right, but we'll add it because I don't have one. App.json node. Sure. So if I try this again, EJS is not defined at index.js 8:23. I am running exactly what you say to run. Person. This looks the exact same as this. And I have my I don't have the public folder. I did think of CloudKit. The reason I chose not to do CloudKit is because so I did think about CloudKit. Can I be collaborative in CloudKit? So basically, like, for the MVP, CloudKit would be fine. CloudKit would totally be fine for the MVP for what I want to do. But the issue would be, well, I guess I could do the issue I was thinking of was having to was allowing other users to contribute to the same vehicle. So like at some point I would like it to so my wife and I, we have 2 cars. I would like it if she was running the app and I was running the app. I can and let's say she took my car to work and she needed to fill up with gas, she could record the gas fill up if she wanted to on her app and it would populate in my app. Can I do that in CloudKit? I mean, I'm sure I can. I just don't know if I can. And it felt easier to not have to deal with it that way, but I could totally be wrong. But that is why I was not thinking. That's why I was not going to use CloudKit. Yeah, it's probably possible. Everything's probably possible. And then I was also thinking of CloudKit. And then I was also thinking, can you use CloudKit outside of iOS apps? So like, oh, well, this might be completely, because like at some point I would also like MVP is iOS apps completely. Like MVP is 100% iOS app. Like I just want the iOS app out there. I have an iOS app, so the iOS, I mean, I have an iPhone, so like that totally makes sense to keep it on iOS. But, you write a really simple server using Node.js, connect to MongoDB, NoSQL. Well, let's see. Yes, you can. Apple provides. And you are totally right. There is a JS library for it. Well, maybe I just didn't think hard enough into this. Because I might be just pulling my hair out for nothing. Because I would totally be down to not have to deal with, anything but Apple, to be honest. I mean, I would still need to be able to run a Heroku server to run the JavaScript stuff, but let's see, is it right for my app? Let's go through what Apple says. Store data as files. If your app stores data as files and you want these files to sync across devices, you can use iCloud document storage. This storage gives you the option. So I still think I probably need not to use iCloud though. I would probably still want to use like a DigitalOcean like space, which is totally fine. It's doable. Like I can protect the space, keep it private, all that kind of stuff. Like it's useful. Store unstructured data that syncs across devices. If your stores, but I'm not storing small objects. If you store your data as objects and relations, consider using core data with CloudKit or using CloudKit directly. Using CloudKit directly is more complex, but it gives you full control over your over the data you store. Thanks, Monsieur. This is why I build talking. This is why I like to build in like out loud, because I totally would have gone down this whole, like, I want to use Postgres type thing instead of just trying to build like with what Apple gives me. If you store your data as object relations using iCloud CloudKit directly, it's more complex, but it gives you full control. Use this option if you want direct access to iCloud storage features such as a private data sharing, or if you want to manage local data cache. With a local data cache, your app can reduce the number of calls to iCloud and can access to cache data offline, which is great. If you only sync private data and you don't need granular control over which data syncs, you can use Core Data with CloudKit. Core Data with CloudKit stores a local replica of CloudKit private databases and syncs it across all of the user's devices. That's what I've done before. So I think I am going down the wrong path a little bit, because I think I should probably just use CloudKit. That's what it sounds like. I mean, if my first target is iOS, and I'm probably, so like what I'm thinking is, this is like this app is, I see people like trickling in, leaving. So let me give a recap real quick, and just give a recap of what's going on. I am building an app. It is called my Autotracker, aka MyWheels is what I'm calling it for right now. It is going to allow you to track your car's maintenance, gas, kind of like Mile IQ a little bit, or Auto Assist. There's an app that already exists on the App Store. There's an app that already exists for everything. I am trying to make my own because I don't want to pay, and I figured it'd be a good... There's a couple reasons. One, I don't want to pay for it when I can make it. Two, this would be a really good exercise for me. Number three is I would like to also up some features. I'm hitting some limits. The main one that I really want is, like I was talking about, that car sharing one. So like, my wife drops her car off to get the oil changed and wants to log it, all that kind of stuff, like she can, and I can see and have all that data also. The main thing is getting that sharing to happen. And I feel like if I can do it, like, let's do it. So I wonder if, but it sounds like main platform that I want to target is iOS app. So the plan is for it to be cross-platform, and I want it available on iOS and web. Right off the bat, it'll be iOS only, just because that is what I have, that is what I use. I can see this being useful, like I said, you're at Firestone getting your car changed, all that kind of stuff, or oil changed. You're usually on your phone, you're not like on the web. Granted, if I build a web app, that can also go into a web app will be super helpful at some point. So, but I think CloudKit JS might be the way to do it. But it looks like, according to this Stack Overflow, is I probably still need oh, hold on. Is I probably still need some kind of backend to host it. The private per user databases are absolutely inaccessible for others. Even you as a developer or operator can't access the most probably encrypted data to move to a different host service. You need to make an update, and the app then needs to move the data. I really need to figure out if that's exactly what I want to do, though. Oh, thanks for the follow, Gamer Code. Welcome in. I appreciate it. All right, so this was actually a very, very, very good thing to look at. CloudKit is a non-relational database from what I'm understanding, though, I'm pretty sure. So I have it's a very relational app. I think next time I'll figure it out. I'll map it out for everyone. But it's a very relational app. So I think the next thing I need to do is actually weigh the pros and cons. Look at the main console to figure this out. Let's check it real quick. I do need to go to work. store your apps, scale as your user base grows. I mean, it is part of my developer kit, so and I wouldn't even have to pay anything at that point. CloudKit console is an intuitive. It's an intuitive way overview. CloudKit is designed for manageability, flexible, and power by organizing apps and containers. Oh, so there is a shared. Haha. All right, I'm gonna have to look at this. I can't do this right now. I have to get back. I have to get to work. Thank you guys for letting me like poke around, play, and try to figure out Heroku at the same time. GamerCode001, thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it. What's gonna happen now is I have to sign off for work. Thank you guys so much for chit-chatting and letting me like talk out loud and figure out what I need to do. I have to switch computers and go to work, and I will push this on GitHub, I guess, before I do that, so I don't lose anything, because I think CloudKit is the way to go wise for, especially money-wise, it's probably the way to go. I have to look at the pros and cons of it though, a bit more. I might do that at lunchtime. We'll see. Because I think this is actually something that's super duper useful, to look into and figure out what's the best versus what's not the best. But with that being said, I gotta go to work. I will be back for sure on Friday for another coffee and code session. New YouTube video coming out on Thursday. I'm gonna do like a what's on my desk type video, like how I actually use my desk. And my desk is not minimal at all and very, very just functional. So it's a very different type of desk than what I normally see on YouTube. If you like, so go subscribe to me on YouTube, drop a follow on Twitch if you haven't already, and I will catch you next time. Bye.